If you ignore this sign energy in the Navamsa, then you can say goodbye to your financial security and to your ability to make assets. Hello, Namaskar and Adab to all my friends from your friend astrologer and guide Irfan, once more with you from your very own channel, Astro Assurance. We have been doing the series of different signs in the 12 houses in the Navamsa chart, in the D9 chart. And in this series we have already done roughly 3 or 4 signs when they are placed in the 12 houses in the D9 chart, in the Navamsa chart. What are the higher degree of probabilities they bring to us, because the Lagna chart, the D1 chart is a chart of possibilities, but the D9 chart, the Navamsa chart, is a chart of probabilities. So let's understand how, when the Cancer sign goes, the sign of harmony, peace of mind, also your ability to make assets, when it goes into 12 different houses in the Navamsa, what kind of results, what kind of higher probabilities it brings to us. Now firstly, when the Cancer sign goes into the Lagna of the D9 chart of the Navamsa chart, what is the probability that the Cancer sign brings to us when it is in the first house or the ascendant of the Lagna of the D9 chart? So firstly, the D9 chart is about our ability to be able to make relationships, connections, bonds, partnerships, having the balance, having the teamwork, and through that make gains, through that be able to manifest results, through that be able to make resources, through that be able to profit. So when the Cancer sign goes into the first house or the Lagna or the ascendant, the zodiac's message to us is that this is the sign given to you that your maximum or the most results that you will get, or the finest dissemination of results that you will get in your life, is through your ability to make relations, connections, have the balance, create bonds, but with the ability to be able to nurture, with the ability to support others, to be able to have the empathy in you in all walks of life. Whenever you are making a certain goal in your life, you need to be able to have the empathy, to be able to understand why you are making those goals, why that will be the purpose of your life, why you want to go that tangent, why you want to go that direction. And generally in your life you will be somebody who, or you will have to be somebody who focuses on relationships, who focuses on connection, who focuses on building bonds. Through that you will be able to manifest the strongest results in your life. And the finest results of your life, the best results of your life will only come through your ability to nurture, through your ability to support others, through your ability to be able to forgive others, and to be sensitive to other people's needs also while taking care of your needs. So if you are somebody who is more tenacious, nourishing, supportive of others, and you're cautious in how you will be handling others, handling your relations, your bonds, then the zodiac will also empower you, the zodiac will also reward you, the zodiac will also create possibilities of higher profiting also for you. So if this energy is given to you, in general terms, not only is the zodiac creating opportunities for you to be more loving, more caring, more supportive, more understanding, more empathetic, but it also giving you that emotional side to you, so that you are able to empathize with people. So in general, not only is the zodiac giving you that possibilities, but you also expect to be able to take it forward. So while the foundational energies of the Cancer sign are given to you in your ascendant, it's up to you to be able to manifest it, work on it, and to be able to take it forward. If you are able to do, then the wealth of relation, or through your relations, you will be able to get most results that you will be able to want to achieve in life, because the Navamsa is the finest dissemination. So if you have the Cancer sign in your Lagna, in your ascendant, in your first house in the Navamsa chart, the work is cut out for you. Relationships with empathy, with a certain degree of sensitivity and a certain degree of empathy is what is most important for you to be able to nurture relation, and through that be able to manifest the best results that the zodiac can possibly give you. Now if the Cancer sign goes into the second house of the Navamsa chart, what is the second house of the Navamsa chart? This is not only what you will be profiting from your tribe, your community, your family, your dependents, but also whether you will have a higher probability, higher degree of being able to save or accumulate wealth. And this is also that wealth which is also coming to you from your family, from your tribe, from your community. So firstly, you may come from a community or linked to a community or a tribe, or from a heritage where the family has also been very supportive to each other. This is either a wealthy family that you're born in, or a family which has been very empathetic, very supportive to each other, standing by each other, taking care of each other. As well as your parents may also have been people who have been very supportive of you, who have been very encouraging of you. Even if there was not too much money, too much finances, encouragement would not have been lacking to you. So when the Cancer sign goes into the second house, the work is cut out for you, that you need to be a person who will work on relationships, connections, and create bonds, because that's what Navamsa is about. You being able to create those bonds, you be able to create those partnerships, be in a teamwork, and then profit from it. If you are able to do that, then the earning will also come to you. The remuneration will also be coming to you. The rewards of your career, your work, your karma will also come to you, because the second house is the house of the income also, but the accumulated wealth and what you'll be able to save after spending. So if the Cancer sign is the second house, this is a zodiac signal given to you that as long as you're empathetic, as long as you're supportive, as long as you are cautious in how you treat others, as long as you are understanding of people, helping others, and not to be overly touchy, overly emotional about your family, but to be able to create the balance between your needs, family's needs, tribe's needs, the dependents' needs, then the zodiac will also reward you with a high remuneration and more money in the bank, more moolah also. And this will also give you the courage to stand by your principles and values, because that will be one way that you will be able to not only stand by your tribe, your community, but also stand by your ability to be able to create wealth through your principles and values. So if the Cancer sign is in the second house, the work cut out for you is that focus on your relationships, focus on the empathy in your relationship, in your bonds, in your partnership. And if you're able to nurture others, then zodiac will also nurture you through not only more money in the bank, but also accumulated wealth for you. Now, if the Cancer sign goes into the third house of your Navamsa chart. Now, what is the third house of the Navamsa chart? It is your ability to put in more effort, your ability to be courageous in getting what you want, to be able to create the wealth, to be able to get resources, and to work for wealth, which will also be helping you to be able to get the best results from your effort, from your communication, and also your ability to be able to reach out to others, to be able to influence others, to be able to market yourself, to be able to market your competencies, and then through that be able to accumulate wealth. So the harder effort that you are able to put in, the smarter effort that you are able to put in, but focus on relationships, focus on connections, focus on bonds that you are able to create, which the Navamsa is, but with the Cancer sign energies, which means you need to be more sensitive to others' needs also, be somebody who's very caring, somebody who's very nurturing, somebody who's very empathetic to others also in your communication. So in your communication, it should not be more about me, but it should either be about us or we. Or when you're communicating, be careful that you should not be either too emotional or hurtful of others, but be more sensitive and be more understanding. So listen more and talk less. So unless you are able to understand, you may not be able to influence others, you may not be able to reach out to others. And if you're not able to create those bonds, if you're not able to create those partnerships, then the hard work that you're putting in, the effort that you're able to put in, and try to get the resources, try to get the profit from your hard work, will not come to you as strongly as you wish and as you desire. So your communication will also be found wanting, there may be misunderstanding, and your efforts will not be able to give you the fruits of your labor. So if you have the Cancer sign in the third house in the Navamsa chart, focus on your effort, focus on smart work, but in your ability to be able to communicate with people in a balanced way, in a caring way, in a loving way, in an empathetic way, in an understanding way, and to be able to balance your emotions also, rather than being overly emotional about things, emotional about my hard work. I did so much hard work, I'm not able to get this, you didn't give me. So relax. If you are able to do that, if you are tenacious in your effort, rather than being too touchy, too feely, and more cautious in how you handle relationship while working hard, while being able to communicate in a balanced way, the zodiac will also reward you. Now, if the Cancer sign goes into the 4th house in your Navamsa chart, in your D9 chart, this is a very, very strong and very powerful placement, because Cancer sign has natural 4th house energies and vice versa. What is the 4th house of the Navamsa? It is your ability to be able to create assets, fixed assets, tangible assets, and conveniences. More money also, which you are able to spend and create assets. But through your ability to create relationships, bonds, partnerships, connections, and to be able to create the balance between your needs and others' needs, especially with whom you are connecting, with whom you have the partnership, with whom you have the bond, and in your domestic life. So when the Cancer sign goes into the 4th house in your Navamsa chart, there is a message from the zodiac. The zodiac is telling you that in your ability to be able to create harmony at home, to be able to create the balance at home, in your domestic life, with your family, extended family, maybe a spouse and your children, as well as your parents, try and be somebody who works on relationships, bonds, and connections. As a teamwork, be able to create harmony in the house, rather than giving the responsibility to somebody else, or thinking that I am the head of the family, I am responsible for the love, the affection, everything in the family. So either don't be too giving, or don't say, okay, this is somebody else's job, I will only create the order and the structure in the house. So not to be that, but to be somebody who is balanced in your emotions, being balanced in how you are sensitive to other people's needs as well as yours. If you are able to do that, then the zodiac will reward this effort of yours through being able to create more assets, and to have more loving, more harmonious family, to have a more loving and caring environment also in the family, and more peace at home also, which the Cancer sign energy brings in. So if you have the Cancer sign energies in the 4th house in your Navamsa, don't be over either emotional about family or assets or money or harmony, trying to create the harmony in your home. So either going too roughshod over others or trying to be too softy or too mushy. Don't do that. Be more balanced, but be more caring, be more sensitive for other people's needs, be more tenacious in your efforts towards keeping the peace and harmony at home through a loving, caring, empathetic, and understanding approach towards family, and towards balancing your needs and the family's needs. And if you are able to do that, assets will also come to you, tangible assets will also come to you, and those assets, property, money, everything will come to you. Now, if you have the Cancer sign in the 5th house of the Navamsa chart, what is the 5th house of your Navamsa chart? The 5th house of your Navamsa chart is what your Purva Punya is. The good karma that you're carrying forward, the goodwill of the past innings that you're carrying forward. This is also what is the happiness and the loving and caring support you're getting from your father, from your lineage also. And this is also about how through your relationships, through your ability to create bonds, through your ability to create partnership, to be able to be more balanced in your needs and other needs, through that you will be able to gain more from your Purva Punya. Purva Punya will be activated more, or be more effective to you, or be more nurturing to you, be more profitable to you, only when you are able to create the balance in the connection, in your partnership, but with the Cancer sign energies of being more nourishing, caring, supportive, empathetic of others' needs also. So in your ability to be able to be in a relationship, in a loving relationship, in a romantic relationship, be ready to give more, be ready to be more supportive, be ready to be more understanding, be ready to be more sensitive, more caring, more forgiving, and more balanced in your needs and others' needs. In fact, to be more tenacious in trying to give more, rather than being overly touchy, overly feely about my need, this is what I need, and not get into self-pity. See, I did so much for you, you don't love me. Not to get into that, but be more balanced in how much love and affection you give and how much you receive. And also in your ability to be able to, through more for others, through which you will be able to get power and influence, which the 5th house represents, and how you will be able to be more artistic or be able to present your case. So in your job, in your career, or when you go for interviews for a career change, which the 5th house represents, being the 8th to the 10th house. So they're in that ability to be able to create a change in your career through your ability to be able to get more out of your investments, your ability to be able to create the bonds, those strong partnerships, those relationships will help you. So in your ability to create relationship, you will also gain from your investments, you will also gain from your career changes, your relations, your connections will also support you, they will also come to your help to be able to make the career change and also profit from the career changes and to be also led into that direction. So this is a good opening for you. Why don't you apply, or why don't you come to my organization? I will try and get you a improvement or growth also in your current role. So there will be a lot of love and support and care for you if you bring in the Cancer sign energies through the dissemination of the 5th house. So if the Cancer sign is going into the 5th house of your D9 chart, of your Navamsa chart, focus on how you are able to create the balance and the softer, the emotional but caring, empathetic approach in your loving relationship, in your ability to create bonds with others, in your ability, if you're working in business or working in a team, to be able to do that so that you make the best of gains from your effort in your career changes, in your love and affection, in your investments as well. And if you do that, you will also find that the progeny given to you, the children born to you, will also in the long run will also be as caring, as supportive and as supportive of you when you grow old, when you need them as well. Now when the Cancer sign goes into the 6th house of the Navamsa chart, what is the 6th house of the Navamsa chart? The 6th house of the Navamsa chart is all about how through your ability to create relations, bonds, partnerships, connections, you will be able to overcome the losses, the challenges, the enmity and the competition of the 6th house. And it is your ability to be able to work with others, your team members, which will also help you run over your team members in competition or competitive sources or competitive situation with other team members or other teams. So your team will stand by you, your career will also be able to do better in those inimical situations, in those competitive situations and in competitive exams also. So in those most challenging of situations, even in bad health or where you are sitting for or you're vying for a better growth over others, the 6th house is the house which represents that if you are able to create bonds, partnerships, connections, then you will be able to run over or be able to conquer the 6th house challenges better. And in your most trying of circumstances, if you're ill or if you're out in debts or bad loans, your relations, your bonds, your connections will come to either nurture you back to health or nurture your financial health back to normalcy. So if you have Cancer sign in the 6th house, the zodiac is giving you the responsibility that in your ability to how you deal with your team members, those people who are working below you, and with those people who are working with you, you need to be somebody who's more loving, more caring, more empathetic, more sensitive to others' needs, and to be able to be more balanced and more tenacious how you work towards the team, more tenacious on how you are able to keep the team flock together and how you are able to work hard through your ability to be able to overcome competition and competitive situations. So use that Cancer sign energies of being more empathetic, understanding even in those challenging situations with others, with your team members, so that the competition is kept at bay by the zodiac. Now when the Cancer sign energies go into the 7th house in your D9 chart, the 7th house is a very important in your D9 chart, in your Navamsa chart, because this is the culmination or the highest point of relationships, connections, bonds, partnership which the Navamsa represents. So the accumulation of energies of partnership of bonds comes through the 7th house of your Navamsa. But the 7th house of the Navamsa is also about how through those partnership, through those nourishment, through those bonds, through those acquaintances, through those connections, you will be able to not only build a partnership with others, but also be able to create resources, create wealth, not only for yourself but for others. So this is also about how on a day-to-day when you deal with others or whoever you meet on a day-to-day basis, whether you are seen by others as somebody who's very caring, very empathetic, very supportive, very nourishing, and somebody is very understanding. If you are able to do that, then you will be able to create better bonds. You will be able to create better relationship. You will be able to get better partnership. And through that, you will be able to not only gain for yourself, but for others also. And others will also see you as somebody who's very supportive, who's very empathetic and caring also. And through that, not only will you be able to profit, but others will also profit. So, if the Cancer sign energy is in the 7th house of your Navamsa chart, the zodiac is giving you work cut out for you to be somebody who is more cautious in your team situations, to be more forgiving, to be more sensitive, to be more empathetic, to be more understanding, and work hard, be more tenacious to be able to build those bonds, to be able to build those partnerships. Then not only in your marital relationship, in your marital situation will you be able to gain profit, keep it stable, but also in every relationship who you meet on a day-to-day basis, through your ability to create bonds, you will also be able to profit, they will also be able to profit. Now when the Cancer sign goes into the 8th house of the Navamsa chart, what is the 8th house of the Navamsa chart? The 8th house of the Navamsa chart is the longevity of the relationship, the longevity of the partnership, of your connections, of the bonds, of how you are able to connect with other people, and how through that you are able to keep the emotional challenges at bay, you are able to keep the losses at bay, you are able to keep the obstacles at bay, and then you are able to create a higher longevity of the partnership, higher longevity of the relationship, higher longevity of the team connections also. So when the Cancer sign goes into the 8th house of the Navamsa chart, the zodiac is telling you that you will be able to keep challenges, obstacles, problems, sudden issues, sudden problems, sudden losses at bay only when you are able to create the relations, those connections, but with the Cancer sign energies of being more caring, more supportive, being more empathetic, being more understanding, more nourishing of those relationships. If you are able to do that, then they will be the ones who stand by you when the obstacles come to you, when the challenges come to you, when the losses come to you. Money may not be able to help you or get you out of trouble. The relations will be the better help, the better support for you also. And through that, you will also be able to gain from the 8th house results. For example, you may be able to do better in, for example, in terms of inheritance, or in those careers which deal with other people's assets, other people's monies, whether in taxation, audits, insurance, IT, and so on. So if the Cancer sign is in the 8th house, the work cut out for you that the zodiac is giving to you is work on your partnership, work on the connection, work on the bonds, try and do that so that you are able to create such strong partnerships, such strong bonds, such strong connection that they will go long and they will stand by you over a period of time. They'll remain stable. Your partnership will remain stable. The longevity of the partnership will be ensured, and so the stability and to be able to overcome challenges, obstacles, issues will also be ensured for you. So if the Cancer sign energy is in the 8th house, this is a better energy for you to be able to surely, through your caring, loving, supportive, empathetic approach, you will be able to keep the challenges at bay and to be able to get more resources and to be able to generate more profit from the 8th house energies. Now when the Cancer sign energies go into the 9th house of the Navamsa chart. Now what is the 9th house of the Navamsa chart? The 9th house of the Navamsa chart is your ability to be able to gain through resources or build resources, through partnerships, connections, bonds, which the Navamsa represents, which the D9 represents in your religion or in your belief system or in your faith, or your ability to learn, not only learn from your competence, but also through your ability to be able to learn from situations, through experiences also. So if you are able to create better relations, connections, better bonds, then you will also be able to profit from the higher gains which the Navamsa 9th house is able to throw at you, because the 9th house is the biggest or the strongest house of gains, and these gains will come to you with a higher probability, because that's what the D9 chart is, a chart of higher probability. So if you have the Cancer sign going into the 9th house on your D9 chart, the zodiac is telling you that your ability to connect with people, to create bonds, and through that getting higher gains will come to you only when you are more empathetic, more caring, more supportive, more nurturing of the bonds that you are able to create of the 9th house, by creating bonds with those people who are more learned than you, by creating bonds with those people who can mentor you, who can advise you, who can guide you, and listen to that wisdom, listen to the guidance, listen to those experiences that they are sharing with you, and the experiences with life will throw at you, and keep a strong faith and belief not only in your competence, your ability, but also in the wisdom of, in the learning of, in the mentorship of others who are more learned than you, who are more wise than you. If you are able to do that, then the zodiac will also give you higher resources, higher gains, as long as you put the Cancer sign energies to better use, being more sensitive of those relationships, to be more learning, to be more open, to be able to be having more faith, and to be more caring of those relationships, supportive of those relationships, and standing by those bonds, standing by that learning, standing by your gurus also, and standing by and having the faith in the learning which the gurus are giving you, and the life experiences also giving you. Now when the Cancer sign goes into the 10th house of your D9 chart, your Navamsa chart. What is the 10th house of your D9 chart, your Navamsa chart? This is the higher probability of gaining through your work, through your career, through your profession, and through your bosses, through your connections with your superiors, because that's what the D9 chart is. It's all about connections, relations, bonds, partnerships, teamwork. But be balanced in what you are doing at your work for others and for yourself. Don't be somebody who's very rigid for only self, or wanting my own growth, my designations, my work should be able to give me my higher credit or acknowledgement, but I may not be as empathetic towards others, because now the Cancer sign energies are going into the 10th house. So the zodiac is saying, when you're more caring for others' needs also, caring for other people's growth, aspiration, ambition also, and you're more sensitive to the needs of the team, the department, and your bosses and your superiors, and you do that through the strong connection, the bond that you make with others, then you will also be able to gain, the department will be able to gain, the organization will be able to gain, and you'll get more credit, you'll get more acknowledgement also from your superiors, from managers also, because the higher probability is given to you through connection that the D9 chart gives you. So if the Cancer sign energies is in the 10th house, work hard on your connections at work, in your ability to be able to work with other people in your team, with other intra-departmental connections also, and be more sensitive, and sensitivity toward the needs of the bosses and superiors also, standing by them, nurturing their need, nurturing the need of the department also. Then through those connections, through those bonds, you will also be able to gain, the bosses will be able to gain, everybody will be able to gain. So if the Cancer sign is in the 10th house, the zodiac is telling you, as long as you are more loving, more caring, more empathetic, or more sensitive, or more supportive of your job, your output that you're able to do, you have a strong attachment to what you do, then the zodiac will also reward you through your bond, through your connection, and through your ability to keep the balance of your needs and the needs of the others at work, connected to your bosses, your superiors, and your department as well. Now if the Cancer sign goes into the 11th house of your D9 chart, the Navamsa chart. So what is the 11th house of your D9 chart, the Navamsa chart? This is your ability to gain or higher gains from, or higher probability of gains from your friends, through your social connection, through your social network also, in your ability to be able to connect with large masses, working in large organizations. And this is also ability to be able to gain through working for large organizations, and also for large causes, or to large social causes. So as long as you are able to build those connections, those bonds, those partnerships, those relations with friends, with your extended community, with your societal network, then better gains will come to you through your ability to be able to be more caring, more empathetic, and more understanding of the needs of general society, of your friend and others in large organization or large causes, or when you're working for such an organization which gives back to the masses, which works for the development of society. So if the Cancer sign goes into the 11th house of your D9 chart, the Navamsa chart, the zodiac is telling you that as long as you are more caring, you are more understanding, you are more supportive, you are more nourishing of your societal connection, of your friendly connection, of the connection that you will make while at work or in society at large, through your ability to be able to create the strong bonds, then the zodiac will take care of you. The zodiac will also give you higher growth, higher credibility, higher credit, higher acknowledgement while working for large organization or for large causes, or more mass success, more mass adulation may also be given to you only through the ability of the Cancer sign energies of being more tenacious in your connections, more caring and more understanding in your connections. So if the Cancer sign goes into the 11th house of your D9 chart, the work cut out for you is that be more balanced in the needs for you and for your social connection. Take care of some societal causes that you can look up and give back to, or be helpful to friends, be helpful to societal connection. Then over a period of time, mass gains may come to you, even mass adulation will come to you if you are able to be more caring, more empathetic with your ability to make those connections of the 11th house when the Cancer sign energy is going to. Now when the Cancer sign goes into the 12th house of your D9 chart, your Navamsa chart. What is the 12th house of your D9 chart? The Navamsa chart. The 12th house of your D9 chart says that this is a higher probability of either making a lot of waste or excess in your efforts, or being more wasteful or having more expenses in your life trying to get the better quality of life. This is also placement where you may also not profit from being alone or being in solitude, or you may even be forced to work alone or be working in solitude or going away from your motherland, working in a foreign land also. So when the Cancer sign goes into the 12th house of your D9 chart, the Navamsa chart, the zodiac is telling you that you will be able to keep the waste and excess of the 12th house at bay. You will be able to overcome the waste, you will be able to overcome the losses of the 12th house, but make more gains through your ability to make connections, relations, bonds, which the D9 chart represents, which the Navamsa represents, but through the Cancer sign energies of being more supportive to others' needs, being more empathetic towards where you need to spend, where you don't need to spend, where you need to save, where you need to be able to work alone in solitude also when the situation demands, but also come to help and support for others when they need your help and support, when they are going through a situation of waste and excess, when they are going through a situation where they feel left alone, where they feel in solitude, they feel lonely. When you are able to do that by building strong connections, standing by people, supporting other people, and being more balanced in your needs to the needs of the others, then the zodiac will also favor you. The zodiac will also help you to profit not only from the matters of the 12th house, but also to be able to gain from foreign lands, foreign clients also. And even in solitude or working in solitude, you will still be able to gain, you will still be able to do better, and you will be able to keep the waste and excess at bay, and you will be able to keep your health in check as well. This is also a placement that, because the 12th house is also one of the strongest houses of moksha, and the D9 chart is a chart of higher probabilities. So if you are able to do that, then you may leave a strong legacy behind of helping others, being more charitable to others, being more caring and empathetic towards others through your Cancer sign energies, and to be more balanced through your ability to make partnerships, connections, and to be able to support others, those people who need your help and support. And through that, maybe you have a crack at moksha itself. You may also be helped by the zodiac to have a spiritual elevation also. So if you have the Cancer sign energies in the 12th house, the work is cut out for you. Work on your connections, work on your bonds, work on your partnerships to give more, to be more caring, to be more empathetic of those people who are going through hardships, for those people who seem to be left alone, to those people who seem to be needing help and support, so that you will also not feel lonely, you will not be left alone. Even if you are working in an individual capacity, you will still be given the credit, you will still be given the acknowledgement, you will still be given the profitability, and the challenges will be kept at bay. And you may also not only get more profitable or profiting from foreign lands, foreign connection, but maybe even your spiritual elevation as well. So friends, now that we have discussed how if the Cancer sign goes into the 12th house, 12 houses in your D9 chart, in your Navamsa chart, what can be the probabilities, what are the higher probabilities which will be thrown at you, and you'll be able to gain from it. You'll be able to keep the challenges at bay through your connections, your ability to be able to nurture those partnerships through your Cancer sign energies. And keep in mind that whichever house, the same house has, whichever sign it has in the Lagna chart, which will also have a bearing on the final or the final overall meaning of that house. So keep this in mind, because that sign will also bring in, that house will also bring in its own flavor. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link given below. Till some other time, some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.